almost everyone that takes DMT. These creatures show up that look like court gestures or space aliens to different things and say, there are too many humans, you need to wipe out the population, then you'll become gods.
You need to kill people so you can become God?
Yes, you need to depopulate and you need to transcend.
Do you know people who've heard that message?
Oh, absolutely. They've had whole...
This is what leaders in the tech industry essentially believed, and they don't necessarily always come out straight and say it, but if you read their language and understand what they're doing, the AI leaders of our nation are doing this.
Groups and studies that have had group hallucinations of this. Tech heads who, microdose
Right there, tech heads, he knows.
and are big in hallucinations and big into hallucinogenics. When they get more advanced and deep into it, then the things start giving them more ideas and explaining the system they're going to build, the AI, the takeover, and this new species, and how you're going to transcend death. They say the devil's greatest trick was convincing the world he didn't exist. I think that's his second biggest trick. I think convincing the world that good doesn't exist is the devil's biggest trick.
Yes.
Convincing us that there isn't anybody good and that you don't have power and that it's all over. The biggest trick is hopelessness when we're promoting truth and justice and honor, and we can't just dial into demons. We can also dial into God and get that message, but you first have to recognize that good and evil exist.
Yes.
Now, I know I have a tendency or a proclivity to post more pessimistic topics on my reels, but hopefully you have come to realize that this is the people who run our planet, the tech heads, the government. They have aligned with this depopulation agenda. They have aligned with this killing humanity agenda. And you have to realize that we need good people to come into positions of power. That's why I have aligned myself with the American Congress Party. It's also why I have aligned myself with Amara Sosha. I'm their VP of engineering, and I am leading the charge in their AI revolution that is occurring within the social media space. And since there is such a topic of AI, and all I see in the tech field are people who are carrying out these types of agendas, Sam Altman being one of them, I see it as one of my responsibilities on this planet to become a leader in the technology space, become a leader in AI. And that is why we are doing this with Amara Social. This is all to say that it doesn't mean that you need to become a politician, a tech lead in AI, a spiritual leader. It does not. But it means that whatever you are good at, whatever your God-given abilities are, you need to fight for good in that industry, in those fields. That is how we reclaim this planet as being a heaven planet.